Oh, Lord. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. What's that one Aaliyah track? Natasha, you are both. Natasha, you are both today. Oh my God! Listen, my brain is still recovering. I need to tell y'all that right now. My brain is still recovering. Let's start there first. That's a fact. You better listen. You better listen to what. Damn, my brain really. I need to reboot my brain. Listen, y'all better listen to what Tiff tell you now. Oh shoot, my brain is trying to reboot, but I feel like there's something in queue right now. I feel like I have something in my brain in queue, and my brain is just struggling to just wake the hell up. Yo, what the hell? Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh, jeez. Oh! Oh, Lord. Where's my lavender shirt? I want to wear something colorful. Ah, how y'all doing? Oh, Jesus. My brain is bear with me. My brain is just trying to do something. And I don't know if it's working, so just bear with me. Girl, don't even get me started on words are hard. Like, Jesus Christ. The diddler is a sick mother sucker. What's good, Quickie? Man, P. Yo! The man called him P. Diddy. P. Diddy is crazy. Holy. Alright, let me turn my... First of all, my brain is still like I said, my brain is still high. So bear with my brain for a second. Oh my goodness. Alright. Let me get the chat on my phone. Man, I love this lavender sweater. This nice lavender. You know what I'm saying? This is beautiful. Oh shit. This man really said P. Diddy. P. Diddy is crazy. I saw Baby Keem came out in Jersey. I'm like, yo, y'all need to play Hillbillies. Bro, if Baby Keem came out in Jersey and the man never played Hillbillies, I'll be vexed. I ain't gonna lie to you. Bro, I was listening to Hillbillies the other day. I'm like, so this is where the idea for GNX came from. Oh, shoot. That is crazy. What's good, Rebecca? Tiff. No, Tiff. It's lavender. It's lavender. Not purple. It's lavender. Come on, we gonna get this right. We gonna get this right. Oh, shoot. How's everyone feeling, man? You think so? You think the weekend's gonna... I think the weekend's gonna... Yo, listen. If Kendrick Lamar brings out the weekend... Oh, it's GG's. It's GG's. That's a fact. Lavender stinks. What do you mean lavender stinks? The flower? I think the flower smells beautiful. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Lavender smells scrumptious. Alright, that's me boosted. I ain't gonna lie to you. How long is this gonna take, bro? The chat should not take this long to come up on my phone. Oh, jeez. Where do I start? Where do I start? Because, yo, this whole Diddy shit? Holy. Look at Friday. Friday just realized Kanye is using top 5. Boy, you late. Oh, my goodness, bro. Black people are sick of black people. The hell is this nigga? I kind of want to watch that. Black people are sick of black people. It's crazy, bro. Rolling Loud responds to Toronto cancellation. That's not surprise. Yo, what's good, TW? So everyone, yo, I haven't been on here for a while. Did you manage to get your ticket to the GNX tour? I have not gotten a ticket yet. We getting there though. I'm waiting for the payment from YouTube, but Tutu's, my bills are gonna eat it up. The YouTube payment, like Google AdSense, bro, YouTube is gonna eat that up. Or my bills are gonna eat that up, sorry. It's back to its racist ways. Oh my god, my eyes, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that 24 hour stream, I'm not doing nothing like that for at least God knows how long. Because, like, the way that messed my brain up. And you know what's crazy? After I was done, I never went to bed until, like, around 8 or 9 p.m. Because I told y'all I was going to go outside to do some extra work. And I was cleaning up the the gazebo area because we locked it up for the winter time. So I opened that up. I cleaned it. I took the leaf blower, got rid of all the leaves and everything. What's good, Tiny? Whole place is clean. It's raining right now, so it's just washing out all the extra shit. But I was out there until like 8, and then I took a shower. Then I went to lie down and I crashed. And you know what's crazy? I never got that much sleep. I was falling in and out of sleep. I don't know. I guess I was having like nightmares or some shit. It's crazy. You know? I must have been having nightmares or something. But yeah, I just like... Yo, I don't know what happened. Oh, shoot, man. So where do I want to start? Because I seen Boosie. Apparently Boosie was snapping at Cassie. And I don't understand. Why is Boosie badass snapping at... What happened? What? Oh, my God. What is going on? I'm reading some things. I don't know if it's true or not. I'm seeing some things going. I'm like, oh my goodness. I am beyond flabbergasted. So you mean to tell me, did Cassie really want to get pissed on? I need to know the answer to this. Yo, what is wrong with my cam? Yo, what is going on in the camera? I turned the focus off. Who am I going to listen to? I don't. Everyone talked about it. I don't know. I seen Willie D talk about it. I've seen Wayno talk about it. I've seen, of course, academics, but I want to tune into him. I'm just sick of the Diddy thing in general. I'm tired of the narrative and victim blaming, etc. It's exhausting. I do not want to keep hearing it. I don't disagree. I kind of want to start with the Tory Lanez nonsense. I'll listen to Cassie. Go to Will Evans. He breaks it down in real time. Hold on. Let me check that out on my other browser. I seen Starsky drop the video I want to check out. I've been meaning to react to Starsky for a minute. I seen Jeremy. Jeremy dropped too. I'm going to add it to the list because I'm curious because he is Canadian. Let me check out this Evans dude. Oh, shoot. Alright, Will Evans. Urban legend Will Evans. Diddy cooked Cassie. Girl, that's like a whole... This is like a whole hour something. Oh, I know who this is. Oh, I've watched this dude before.
My name is Will Evans, and you're sitting with me in the foyer of my mansion.
You got a mansion, nigga? Hold on, let me go dive into this. Oh, he went into detail. Oh, I see where we're going. Shit, bro. Oh, shit. Hey, salute to Bad Wolf, bro. Salute to Bad Wolf. Salute to Bad Wolf. We need more individuals like this to pop up and make sure you hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to check out. Okay. Oh, there's so much on my brain right now. Okay. We gotta knock out the Diddy garbage first. We have to knock it out. I understand it's a sensitive topic, but that gives us more reason to pay attention to what's going on because we don't discuss or conversate about individuals like this, people similar in any kind of way are going to continue to do what they do. We have to make sure that we have the conversation so that it makes it harder for them to do what they need to do. That's how I see it because it's important. It really is important because, yo, this has been going on for years. This kind of thing can date all the way back to like the 70s and 80s, if not earlier, if we want to be completely honest. This has been going on forever. And they've been doing this and they've been kind of getting away scot-free because nobody talks about it. I understand it's sensitive. But it's important that we do at least shed some sort of light on it, because it's sick, but it's like, it's necessary to do. Because like I said, you want to make their lives miserable by exposing them. Earlier than that, for real? It's been going on for 10, 20 years. I'm sure the things with Cassie might have been going on for a long time, but this can go back. This could go back to like medieval times, if you want to be completely honest, because y'all saw how Game of Thrones was moving. Game of Thrones was moving on some weirdo ish too. You know, so this could date back to like Roman times, like, I don't know. But either way, let's go ahead. I got some videos right here by Will Evans. Salute to Will Evans. I don't think I'm subscribed, but I will now. Let me go ahead and switch my screen. We're going to deal with this. I want to blitz a whole bunch of videos. I don't know what is wrong with this camera, because I'm like right here. I'm dead center. I'm dead center right here. Everything's good. I don't see a reason why this should be blurry at all. Maybe I should. I don't want it to be too bright though. I don't want too much light on my face. That shit bothers my spirit. Anyway, let's go ahead. Let's get started. Let's go ahead. Let's get started. We got videos to blitz through. I don't have too much time. I want to end around 6:15, and at least get one of these videos uploaded. So if anything, I want to get this video uploaded first, and then we can just keep going with it and keep doing what we do. But let's go ahead. Let's get started. Y'all know what time it is. We back on the Flex Mob. This is the Flex Mob Network. Let's go. Yo, right here. Right here in the small box. I'm energized. Yo, welcome back to Single Seater Reactions, only on the Flex My Network. I'm Flex. Welcome back to the camera. Yes, my camera's racist again, because that focus and that unfocus and the blurriness is just, you know, it never wants to leave me. But either way, we're going to be diving into this, okay? It's about time we talk about this. So, shout out to Tiff for this one. We are here at Will Evans's channel. We're going to dive in with this video. This video is titled, Diddy Freak Party Confirmed by Celebrity Manager. Oh, God. All right, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the video. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the reaction. Hit the notification bell. Let's get notified about when I go live like right now, or when I did the 24-hour live on Friday, which is not going to happen for a while, or when I drop my videos. With that being said, y'all see that QR code right over there? Or y'all see that QR, you know what? Y'all see the QR code. I can't point to it. I'm sorry. Listen, if y'all want to donate to the channel for free, I'm not going to force y'all, but you know, it's right there. Y'all want, you know. But either way, let's go ahead. Let's get started. Let's go. Let's dive in. Freak ass Diddy. Let's do it.
The article says John Legend's longtime manager attended one of Sean Diddy Combs' parties 27 years ago and is now sharing her terrifying experience. Her name is Ty Stick.
Okay, no. I have a question. I have a very, very, very serious question that I need at least somebody to help me answer this. I need somebody to at least help me answer this, because I'm failing to understand right now. I am really failing to understand this right now. My issue is that, yo, if you went to these kind of places and you went through this kind of experience, and you've waited about 20 some odd years to finally say something, why didn't you say something in the first place? I'm sure a lot of people won't believe you. You know, I'm sure there's individuals out there will kind of keep your light down or something like that. But yo, 20 some odd years to finally say something. Is that the one from today? Nah, it's not the live tiff. It's not the live tiff. But like, girl, the live is like an hour 30 something minutes. I don't know if I can go. I don't got the time for that. I ain't got the time for that. Unless y'all got the video for it, send it to me in Discord. But I found this one, so we're gonna get started with this. But why are you waiting 20 some odd years to finally say something? That's what I don't get. Like, you know it's traumatic. You know you have nightmares. You know this what you went through was not right, and somebody should do something about it. You know. But yo, 27, 25? Yo, nah, that don't make no sense at all, man. It don't make no sense. I'm sorry. Y'all gotta help me. Traumatized, but you're not listen. No. Let me be honest. Let me be honest, cause there's no no. Okay, let's go. Cause no one would give a F about some manager at a party. It wasn't relevant. Flex Sweet, do you not get the fact you are constantly stalked? Your life threatens, and so forth. Its behavior is extremely abuse. Because they're scared and embarrassed. If you won't get the answer. She didn't wait 20 years, Flex. You don't know about being groomed. I can't summarize its simple terminology. All right, okay, listen. This is y'all opportunity. I'm posing a question for y'all opportunity to give the answer, because this is a question a lot of people ask. Let me take that back. This is a question a lot of dudes ask, and we don't understand. So this is the opportunity to get the answer from y'all. So this is perfect. Trauma can deeply affect a person for a lifetime. It's brave that anything was even said at all. 1. Scared for their life. Obviously, if I knew I would be marked to die for opening my mouth would be shut until I feel safe and protected. My trauma will never be shared until I'm ready. 2. More answers. She actually did report it. Nothing was done. Man, I think this needs some vocals. I think this needs some vocals, because I ain't typing all that. I don't disagree. Well, dudes that don't beat on women wouldn't understand. Girl, you gotta help me with that word. It's blackballing. Okay. Was it psychology? I know for a fact I butchered that. Really, and explaining how teams actually work, and most guys don't want to know the answer to that, or they ask and they don't like what is said. Trauma, and Diddy had paid the cops off. He paid the cops off? Damn. I feel like what's a good day for me? Maybe tomorrow. Because I feel like tomorrow I might go live for about 5 minutes. But I feel like that same question I posed, we might have to get on the Discord tomorrow. Because I this is good. Did he threaten them and blackball them and kidnap them? And you have to know what type of guy you're dealing with. Valid. Let's keep going though. But I'm posing that question for the world to see the answers. However this gets uploaded, and however I want to do the live tomorrow, I want to at least have like an hour. Okay, not an hour, maybe 30 minutes where we talk about this and revisit that same question to get your voices to give that answer. So that's the opportunity that we can actually take advantage of in that moment as well. So we can share like the kind of answers that we're not understanding as dudes or as regular dudes. Check your Discord. You gotta be kidding me, bruh. The link tree is invalid. That can't be right. hold on. Oh, so much at once. So much at once. My head. The fact that anyone actually dared to shout out at all is pretty freaking amazing considering everything that guy was into. Ew. He paid a hotel that he beat her in. True. You have to know what type of guy you're dealing with. True. Discord's invalid. That can't be right. Jesus God, bro. All right, let me get the Discord link for you guys. I don't understand how that keeps happening. All right, boom. Discord server invite, copy, pasted. Boom. All right, there's the Discord. The link to my Discord isn't working. That is confusing, but it is fixed now. Let's go ahead and dive into this again. But tomorrow, I want to revisit that same question.
Glorious. She wrote a New York Times piece about going to the New Year's Eve yacht bash in St. Bart's with her brother as a recent college graduate. So at the time, she was a college graduate. She's 49 years old now, and she recalled specifically, quote, being directed into a bedroom by a man on this yacht, on Diddy's yacht party. So she was at one of Diddy's freak-offs. And she said it was a terrifying experience. This is her. That's her. She's John Legend's manager.
When you realize the industry is damn near built off this kind of behavior, and you sit there and you start to realize all of the events that are known that happened, it's extremely discouraging, because if this is what it's built off of, if this is like the backbone or like the hidden corridor or the underground kind of like passageway in any kind of sense, yo, how do you really navigate this? Because now it's like, you'd have to do this by yourself. You'd have to be independent, because now it's gotten to a point where it's like, we know how y'all are acting and we see what y'all be doing and we're talking about it, and it's like, yo, this is so crazy. This is so crazy. Like, yo, this is like, and I'm not even trying to laugh in the sense of it's a joke, but it's in a laugh like, I can't believe, like, what do you do? Like, what do you... She wants real... Damn right she wants real justice. Damn right she wants real justice. That's... Yo, Humphrey, that's another good damn question. That's another good question. Why did we wait to take this seriously? Words are hard. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. That's another good question, because now, but here's the thing about that question, because that question is supposed to change, not necessarily change, but now you're supposed to look at it a little differently. Like, okay, so hold on a second. Why did it take this long for us to get to this point? And the real question after that is like, who are the individuals asking these? Maybe I'm asking a question that's way too further down the line, because my brain, y'all know my brain is gonna go somewhere. But that question in itself is like, who's at the table now? Who's there? Y'all know my brain, so let's stop. It's pretty bad when I can order a pizza, then call a cop for a domestic assault I'm witnessing, and the pizza shows up before the cops do. Oh my God, Rebecca, really? Is that what it's like in Guelph? They're making fun of the victim. But listen, Tiny, you know how the internet works. The internet is a dark and evil place where everybody thinks everything is a joke. That's why this Diddy case is a social trend. This Diddy case is a social trend because a lot of people are taking it as a joke. If you ever see the kind of skits that you see out there, the kind of talking points, a lot of people that just don't have any kind of knowledge that are speaking towards when it comes to this out there. Bro, it's just another social trend. That's why I'm asking these kind of questions. Like, who's in the driver's seat right now? Who's leading the charge? And who's shifting the conversation? Those are important questions that we need to ask as well. Not just why did it take so long? Why did it take her this long to start file a lawsuit or whatever? Those are minor questions. I'm asking major questions. I saw a video trying to angle her to having been in control, victim blaming. Yes, that's what your comment. All right, have a great night, Natasha. Take care. Sleep well. Y'all, you already know the spiel. I hope you wake up with some positivity in your heart and a nice bright sunshine on your face. But going back to Tiny's point. Tiny's point is literally why I talked about Boosie in the beginning. Because Boosie is victim blaming. I know a lot of y'all probably don't know who Boosie Badass is. That's completely fine. It's not necessary to know. He's saying, oh, she wanted that. I'm like, no. That's not how that works. That is not how that works. But he's saying all this rah-rah nonsense. Like he knows what's going on. You don't know what's going on. So proud of Cassie. What she is doing for all victims right now is so important, far past this case. The sad thing is, if it's not for Cassie being a celebrity, it might have remained under wraps forever. Facts. At the end of the day, it is up to the victims to take it seriously before we can. Absolutely. No, it's crazy if you have ever been out in a situation like this. I get it, man, but it happens more than you think. I don't disagree. Jumper, you need to build a solid case if that's based off of just accusations alone. The case falls apart and people rich, people pay, people push money or hush money. Humphrey. That's why I'm glad. Whoa, y'all typing capabilities, bro. That's why I'm glad went to lawyers and not podcasters. The podcasters are picking up. That tells you a lot about where we were at way back then. These days, respectfully, lady, your words alone might have too much power, but I'd rather be here than there in the era of... Yes, it is fucking bad in Guelph and everywhere in Toronto. I don't care. I don't know what it's like in the U.S., but that's Canada anyways. I know it's Boosie Badass. First of all, I finally caught up with all the messages. Man, I don't even know where to start right now because I want to talk about Cassie for a second, but at the same time, while talking about Cassie, you got to talk about Diddy. And if you want to talk about Diddy, you got to talk about the case. And if you talk about the case, you got to talk about everybody talking about the case and the kind of individuals that have all the eyes on them. And then pay attention to their talking points and what they have to say. Like, yo, this whole thing is just a cycle that's continuing to recycle itself. If that makes sense. What Cassie is doing is very important. But you know for a fact there's other people out there that are still alive, that been through it. You know this man has victims upon victims. But what I'm going to say, I hope it doesn't go the wrong way. But having that self-worth within you to say Cassie is right, because Cassie's leading the charge. But to have that self-worth and saying I am somebody and not something really matters. Because a lot of women are seeing Cassie as like, oh, it's like career, you know. You're axing yourself in your own career. But like, you could help her. The same way how all those victims came together for Bill Cosby is the same way how they could come together for Diddy. You know there's more out there. It's not just her. I know we're only 40 seconds in, but this is what there's so much to talk about, bro. We like talking over here. This is a larger issue than just Diddy, and it's damn well sick. The shit I've seen just sick, and it's up to Flex to come. It's up to them Flex to come forward. That's easy to say when people use self-worth wasn't beaten out. Damn. It's hard for me to read this right now because I don't know if I want to say all of it out loud. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. But that makes it even more sad, going to Tiff's latest point. That makes it even more sad because it's like, you're an answer. You are the example. You're not even an example. You are the answer to ending this. It's just that power. That power. You have power within you. You must use that. But going to Tiff's point, if it's beaten out of you, oh, I don't even know how to guide you. Because at that point, you got to guide yourself. Oh, and it's so messed up because we already know Diddy's not the only one. There are plenty of... Yo, Smokey Robinson. Yo, we just found out about Smokey Robinson. Yo, our elder is sick too. Smokey Robinson is another Diddy. He's another Diddy. And his wife was involved too. They both freaks. Bro, when I just sit and I start to think, I'm like, yo, think about all the big names that we had in music and think about how a lot of those names just disappeared. Think about that. Think about all the big names from the past. Whether if you want to go to the 90s, the 2000s, the 2010s. Think about all those big names and just how quickly their names just disappeared. That makes it even more scary because those same names or people associated with those with that name, that could be a whole group of victims, male or female. Oh my God. Oh yeah, keep it a legend, no doubt. Oh my gosh. All the victims are the reason why Cassie being so strong is so important. The tendency is that when one victim comes out, more will follow and she's out for real. Leonardo DiCaprio still having a career after being repeatedly roasted for the choice of woman will always be crazy to me. But Anthony, that just speaks towards, I hate to say it, but that's speaking towards yeah. Kendrick said it best. You talking about while all of you on trial. We got more video to watch.
Sure. So the article says she opened up about this and gave us a little bit more information. It says Sticklorious, that's her name, Sticklorious.
Let's keep going. There's so much we gotta watch, so let's keep going.
Who clarified that she is not, quote, not sure of who the individual was or if he had any connection to Diddy, recalled nervous babbling in response. So she don't know. She just know that she was on Diddy's yacht at Diddy's party. And it's an all-white party, and this is what's going on. That's all the information that she had. She said a man called her, told her to go straight to the bedroom when she got on the yacht. Quote, this is her quote, "To this day, I can't remember how I managed to talk my way out of that terrifying situation. Perhaps my brother's on this boat, and he's probably looking for me. Convinced this guy to unlock the bedroom door and let me go. So he locked her in the bedroom door, or in the bedroom. He locked the door on the yacht. That's crazy in itself. And she said she talked her way out of it. She was on Diddy's yacht at a party in St. Bart's. They were doing a yacht party and got locked in a room. A man told her to go in the bedroom and locked her in. And she had to talk her way out of the bedroom. And she said, maybe I said something like, my brother's on this boat with me, and he's probably looking for me. And that scared the dude and said, okay, I'll unlock it. Here, you can go. You can get out of here. Which is crazy.
That's what those yacht parties are for, then. That's what the yacht... Shit. Yo! Yo, this is messing with my brain right now, bro. That's what those yacht parties are for, right? But look who frequents the yacht parties. If whoever was trying to go after her was someone that's in a position of power, but they weren't really up there yet. That was the kind of person that's like, yo, I don't know who, of course, but whoever was trying to deal with that was like, okay, so in their head, they're probably thinking, I could put myself in a better position if I do this, but they nervous. Yo, this is sick. And think about the kind of women that frequent the yacht parties. It's all Instagram models. And you know the intelligence level is just... That's why these niggas love the IG models so much. Oh my God. Yo, and going to Tiff's point, you're better off having one woman, everything tricky right now. Yo, look at society in terms of like the dating market. The dating market is not helping nobody either. So, you're better off having one woman. Yo, we're living in a world where you're not even going to have that one woman. Then what do you do? You know what I'm saying? Like, then at that point, what do you do? It's so, yo, we are royally screwed in ways where a lot of us are not understanding. A lot of us are not understanding. This is so crazy. I was in the mall by myself, and my phone done died on me. So unfortunately, I had to go out, walk through the mall, and listen to kind of bullshit people were talking about as they walk by me. Yo. these group of guys walk by me, and these are older gentlemen, probably around 35, 30, going 40, I'd say. So older gentlemen. They walk by me. If you ever heard this conversation, Lord have mercy. These dudes were talking about, yo, honestly, with the way the world is set up right now, and this came out of their mouth, so I'm just regurgitating what they're saying. They said this word for word. They said, if I have a daughter, I pray she's ugly. This came out of their mouth. Okay, so I'm just regurgitating what they're saying because they're walking by me and they're like, yo, this world that we're in, everybody's nasty, bro. Everybody has a problem. It's weird out here. It's an issue out here. They even like, they liking the boys more than usual. And I look back, I'm like, oh yeah, I ain't got nah, bro, I'm good, bro. I am good, bro. Yo, keep that kind of energy away from me, bro. Leo is likable. That's so crazy. People like to look between their fingers the more they like him. Wait, what? People like to look between their fingers the more they like him. And him having looked like a 20-year-old for far too long makes the age difference easier to ignore, I think. That's one thing I really like about Keanu Reeves. He found himself a woman his own age, low bar, but here we are. Being ugly doesn't matter. Bro, like, yo, but how do you navigate this knowing that this is stressing me bad, yo. I should have started with some happy shit. I should have started with some happy shit because this is stressing me out so bad right now. Yo, how do you navigate this world? How do you navigate the world knowing that, yo, the economy is dog shit garbage right now? Ain't nobody can even get a job, and apparently this been going on all across the world. Yo, I heard, like, yo, there's some statistics out there saying relationships are not it in the next coming years. Like, everyone's going to be preferring the single life over just being in a relationship or getting married. That's another issue. What else? These niggas, you know what I'm saying? These niggas exist. Like, yo, how do you navigate this? How do I navigate this? Because I want to work in the industry. But what the kind of work I'm trying to do in the industry is trying to bring about change. But of course, I can't do it alone. I'd have to have numerous individuals around me that think about it in the same way. But how do you navigate this? And really being ugly is worse because all a guy would have to say is something nice to a girl who has low self-esteem, and it's all, oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, that's why I'm asking the question, like, yo, how do you navigate this world? How do you navigate this shit? Because there's zero winning. I just honestly keep to myself for the most part. It feels honestly safer that way. But that's not what life is supposed to be, man. Yo, this world. Imagine, like, you go looking back at the 90s, the 2000s. Like, it's literally like, it's not good. It's really not good. And it's like, how do you win? How do you win knowing that the world wants you to lose? Because the world can take more profit from you, more revenue from you, knowing that you're losing rather than winning. How do you navigate that? How do you be successful knowing that the world doesn't want you to be successful? How do you survive knowing that the world prefers you to not survive? To see you in a state that you should never be in. But because it's more... Oh, my God. What's up, Slay? Oh, my God. Yeah, it's Slay. You walked into some shit today. You walked into some shit. It's not the age difference per se, though. It is of what I think is the problem, which is the age limit of 25 under. At 25, mind is fully developed. Oh my God. It wasn't even safer than, it was just less in your face than now. I'm talking from experience. It's hard having people not believe in you, even your own family. That is sick. You wouldn't by stop being a little the same way you always have. Yo, Anthony. No, Anthony. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking in general. I'm talking for the general public. Because, trust me, if you sit down with some of the people that I sit down, it is tough. It is tough, yo. Social media has made everything more in people's faces. It was there before as well. When people don't believe you, you just stay quiet and try to navigate the best you know how. And on that comment, let's keep going.
Crazy. At the time, Sticlorius considered the experience an anomaly due to just one guy behaving badly at a drunken party. But since then, she has changed her mind. So she said back then, when she was younger, she felt like, oh, maybe it's just one guy acting weird. But since she's seen all this other information and the things that's going on, she's now changed her mind. Now, this is John Legend's manager. This is somebody that has relationships in the industry and has things to lose by lying and not telling the truth. So I believe her. And she put her name on this, and she wrote a full piece about this. And that it was more to it. So she claimed she was given an unsubtle invitation to a senior music executive's hotel rooms a few years after the party. She described the music industry as a pervasive culture that actively fostered sexual misconduct and exploited the lives and bodies of those hoping to make it in the business. She credited John Legend specifically with helping her find success. Sticlorius, this is the lady speaking, said, it turns out that many artists, including John, want to be part of a different model of business and culture. So basically back then, this was the norm, is what she's saying. Back then, it was super normal to have these type of situations happen. Nobody even looked at it crazy for as crazy as it was. If you guys just came in, just hit the like button for me, please. Or if you've been here, if you haven't hit the like button, hit that like button for me. She's saying that this was a normal practice back then. They were doing weird.
Yo, this the kind of shit that's gonna make me burn a cigarette, bro. I'm not even gonna smoke the shit. I'm just gonna burn the cigarette like it's some incense. Jesus God, bro.
Stuff like this. They were taking advantage of women. raping, ing these women. And different things like that. So she's, you see these pictures and different things like that, like how Aaliyah and J-Lo is both hugged up on Diddy.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yo. J-Lo is another one, eh? Yo, let me tell y'all something. J-Lo is another one too. She is definitely another one that's just been allowing this. The same way how girl got shot in the club by Shine, even though it was Diddy. Yo, and then she's like, yo, I'm still alive. I'm still right here. I can tell y'all who did it. Yo. J-Lo was there too. Yo, that's another sick individual I cannot stand. I cannot stand J-Lo. I cannot stand her. Yo, I need a cigarette to burn. I need to burn some cigarettes like it's some incense, bro. I can't believe the kind of nonsense, bro. Oh my God.
Y'all see that? Aaliyah and J-Lo both there. You see all these other guys
But Tiff, the parents don't matter, knowing that J-Lo is her own individual self. And she witnessed all this. She should be there. What does J-Lo have to lose? She should be there in the court with Cassie. Like literally when J-Lo was around Diddy, she's seen from that time period, that gap, from when she started dating him to when they ended it, she's seen everything she needed to see to like say, yo, dude should be locked up.
Who was that, bro?
Slay, I ain't gonna lie, even before this live started, I just been depressed. But you know, being here with y'all is just, it's lifting my spirits. But this damn topic, bro. This damn topic. She got away from Diddy after that incident. That's cool, but like, she's quiet. She was already a megastar. I don't know. To be honest, none of us know what she's seen. But all I know is that she's been around.
So these situations have been going on for a long time. A-listers involved. Salute to John Legend's manager, Ty Sticklorius, for speaking out. I hope I'm saying your name right. So Diddy.
Life, nigga. Life. I'm not really one to share. But life, nigga. That's life.
He and his team have denied any wrongdoing. She's very brave for being somebody in the music industry that's actively working as a manager in the music industry. Extremely brave for her to write this article, come out and say this. Now, the final update that we have on this situation is actually from the prosecutors on Diddy's case. The prosecutors bashed Diddy's desperate attempt to suppress his worst piece of evidence, basically. It's a damning piece of evidence, they say. So federal prosecutors told the judge in the Sean Diddy RICO case that the defendant can't show a 2016 video of him abusing Cassie Ventura at a Los Angeles hotel was grand. Wait.
No. Don't y'all. No, we're here for Cassie. Don't worry about me. We're here for Cassie. Don't worry about me. We're here for Cassie right now. We talking about Cassie.
Wait. Let's read this again. Federal prosecutors told the judge that the defendant can't show a 2016 video of him abusing his ex-girlfriend Cassie at the hotel was grand jury material leaked to CNN, and that he isn't entitled to know this. They butchered this article, whoever wrote this. I don't know what you guys are saying in this article. Can you guys see how bad they butchered this article? Whoever typed this you got to do better, bro. It's a run-on sentence. There's a bunch of grammatical errors. Like, let me just try.
Yo, Slay, I appreciate you, no doubt. I appreciate you. Thank you. Oh my God. I've been slurring words all day, girl. Don't even get me started, bro. Don't even get me started. Oh my goodness gracious, bro. Yo, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. Nah, chill. I don't really talk about things that I'm dealing with. I'm just more concerned with, I don't know, not even concerned. I'm just like, let's get back to the video. I don't talk about these things. Try
to decipher this as best I can. Sorry, you guys. Says that he isn't entitled to know the alleged victim's names some 6 months before the trial, since that would create a risk of obstruction of justice. Okay, let me break it down. Basically what they're saying. The federal prosecutors told the judge in this situation, Diddy is asking for the names of the victims, the alleged victims in his case. He wants their names 6 months before the trial.
Girl, the only thing I'm sipping is water.
The prosecutors are telling the judge that it don't make sense to give Diddy the name 6 months before the trial. Why are we giving him the victims' names and our witnesses' names 6 months before the trial. These ain't
Rebecca, you are absolutely right. I appreciate you.
Y'all said that was Damon Dash? Hold on. Never. I know that ain't Dame.
Dame
all that
Dash?
talk Dame did about Aaliyah and all that. I'm going to go back to that in a second. Let me go back to this in a second. We'll go back to that after this.
But no. Dame Dash was around them too. Dame Dash be around them too. Don't do that. Yo, y'all, I appreciate y'all, bro. Thank you so much. Tory is the next one we got to talk about too. We got to talk about Tory Lanez. Okay, we got to talk about that because I know a lot of women out there. You know, they're like, we want him dead. Rest in piss. Blah blah blah. No. Okay, we got to talk about him.
I see y'all in the chat though. Salute to you guys. He wants the victims' names. It's 6 months before the trial. The prosecutors are saying, no, we're not giving you the name 6 months before the trial because you're going to scare our witnesses off. So we're not going to allow that to happen, and the judge shouldn't either. That's what they're telling the judge. So here's some of the evidence that they have, I guess. It's listed here. They went to court on this, and that's the only reason that this is an update, because we heard this before, that Diddy wants to suppress evidence or he wants his victims to come forward and name themselves. So they also fighting against the accusation that they leaked this video. They leaked the hotel footage.
Okay, hold on a second. Yo, hold on a second. Wait a second. So, okay. How many people in here actually care about Tory Lanez or actually, like, you know, they like Tory Lanez? Like, I'm curious. Or, you know, how many people in here hate Tory Lanez? How about that? How many people in here hate Tory Lanez? I'm curious.
I believe personally that the feds did leak that footage. I think they did it to paint Cassie as a victim and not a cooperating party with Diddy for the other things that he was doing. I think they need Cassie to be a victim, so they leaked this thing, paint her as a victim, even though she is a victim, don't get me wrong. But we need the public to see it that way because it is a PR game too. And we need the public to see it that way.
Damn.
That way, she puts this lawsuit out that helps her look even more like a victim. When she wins the lawsuit, it's confirmed that she was a victim, and now we can use her as a witness and our star witness to the things that Diddy had going on. Diddy wants that video and that piece of evidence thrown out, and they're not going for it, basically. The feds have countered in court that Combs has no factual basis to suppress the highly probative evidence of him brutally physically assaulting Cassie. So the feds are saying you don't have no reason to suppress this evidence other than it was leaked. That don't mean nothing. Calling the defense's motion desperate and a bald attempt to suppress a damning piece of evidence, that's what the prosecutor said. They told the judge this, said that they were not in possession, the video was not in possession of the government at the time of its publication. So basically, the feds got that video. They're saying that they got the Cassie video the day that it came out on the internet, just like everybody else. Somebody else leaked it, the feds say. Said it has never been a record of...
It must have been the hotel because their NDA must have been up. Or someone that worked at the hotel that's seen it.
Obtained through grand jury process. So that piece of evidence, Diddy tried to get it thrown out in court because it was leaked to the public. And the feds are saying, we didn't leak it. We got it from the leak. Nonetheless, in the leak mode.
Yeah, no, this is old. This is old as shit. Alright, I'm gonna dead this video.
There's a list.
No, that's old too. Cause he did one today, but it's like how long? Like hour something long. I don't want to watch no hour-long video.
Jesus Christ once said, nothing that's covered up will not be revealed. There's nothing that's hidden that will not be known. Therefore, whatever you have said in the dark shall be heard in the light, and whatever you whispered in private rooms shall be proclaimed.
This video was like a day old.
Whatever.
That video I was watching was a day old. This one was today from his live. This one was from the live today. Actually, let me talk about. Hold on, let me talk about. Okay, no. Wait. Okay, how many people know about the Diddy and Meg? Or not Diddy, friggin' Tory. How many people know about the Tory and Meg case? Like, how many people paid attention to the details? How many people paid attention to all the court files? Everything. I need to know that question too, because I gotta be careful. I gotta be so careful. But something's gotta be said. Something's gotta be said. Nah, Slay, don't even worry. Don't even worry. That's what I want to know, because one thing that I've been noticing, and something that happened to me personally, when it comes to talking about Tory and Megan and their case, if you pay attention to the details in the case, something's off. Something's off. Something doesn't make sense. Cause like what he's charged for, and then the amount of time that he has, it makes zero sense. And on top of that, I've seen a lot of people talking about the verbiage. When it comes to like the whole like going into the specifics of things, because realistically speaking, a lot of people are not looking at it at these specifics. No, but Quickie, hold on a second. Quickie, the lawyer that Tory had, if you looked into the lawyer was a Rock Nation lawyer. A lot of people are not ready for that conversation. I'm just saying, like, if we're gonna speak about it, let's speak about what we seen, what we know, like the thing that look good. You know what I'm saying? His lawyer, the lawyer is a Rock Nation lawyer, bro. Bro, the man got super finessed. I never knew if it was that girl or actually Trey or Tory stuff seemed too weird to add up. That's what I'm saying. Bro, literally, no gunshot residue, no fingerprints, but on the weapon, right? But he owned it. And in California, if a weapon is discharged, regardless if you were holding it or not, if you own the weapon that was discharged, you're going to get charged for that weapon. That's how California is working right now. So he's been locked away for owning the weapon that was discharged. Oh, excuse me. He was put away for owning the weapon that was discharged. And the magical part about that weapon is that when you shoot a gun, when you shoot a weapon, and that weapon is fired, the kickback, on that kickback when you shoot the weapon, you get gunshot residue. You can't wash it off. You can't take no detergent or bleach and bleach it out, or however way you want to wash it. It's going to stay there until it wears off. The gunshot residue was on Kelsey. But the reason why I want to speak towards the verbiage is because when I explained this to someone, they blew up in my face saying, oh, regardless if she was shot in the foot or if she was shot at, we should have justice for her because she is a black woman. And then I got attacked when I was speaking to like oh my god, the lawyer, I think the lawyer was, oh my god, like it's a mess. His fingerprints are on the mag, so it was his. He wasn't supposed to have it, and someone got hurt. That's what this is. Yo, I don't want to start no problems. I don't want to start no problems. I don't want to start no problems. I don't want to start zero problems. I want to make that clear right now. I don't want to start no problems, so I feel like I'm going to axe it there, cuz I think the more that I'm going to say is the more that is going to like possibly trigger. Like, I'm not trying to trigger nobody. I ain't got no time for that, bro. I got my own problems to deal with. I'm not here to trigger nobody. I'm not one of them academics ass niggas. But I am going to read, and I am going to pay attention to the detail. And the detail don't make sense. It don't make sense. I agree with you, Tiff. If you know better, you do better. That's a fact. That's a fact. But Tory don't know no better. Hey, Slay, I'm with it. Hey, Slay, I am so down for a debate, but it has to be healthy. It has to be a healthy debate, but I would love to do that maybe a Wednesday or a Thursday. We can definitely have that debate, you know? As we all know, he should have stayed home with his kid. Anthony, listen. I agree with you, but if you looked at the situation, you might have been outside too, if I'm going to be honest. You might have been outside too. Yes, definitely a healthy debate. But Anthony, let's keep it aside. If you paid attention to the situation Tory was in and the opportunity that he had, yo, you'd be outside too. The one thing I will say about Tory is that he got too greedy. Tory Lanez got way too greedy because, yo, you had Kelsey first. You had Kelsey first that you were dealing with. And then you moved over to Megs. So basically Megan took Tory from Kelsey. And Megan was dealing with that. Right? I don't know why they dealing with some short nigga, but if that's their fetish, cool, fine. I'm not gonna like, you know, shame anybody or nothing, but you know, like, you're kind of weird for being tall and liking, but I'm saying too much. My point is, so Megan took Tory from Kelsey. And then Tory and Meg were like, they look like best friends from the way they were on live together, the way that they took pictures together. But watch this now. They get invited to a Kylie Jenner mansion party during COVID. So you already know this is going to be private and exclusive. So you get invited to their party. And you're in a pool with Megan and Kylie Jenner. And you know you had beef with Travis Scott. And you're in the pool with Travis Scott's girl. Yo, bro, he wanted cheeks. He wanted cheeks. That's a fact. Tory Lanez wanted cheeks. I have no idea how to debate anymore. Oh, I know Rebecca is stressed. I'm so sorry. That's a fact. Quickie, that's a fact. This is what happens when you lust and gluttony take over, bro. That's a fact. Oh, my God. I guess he should have used his time to lock up and look. Hey, you're not wrong. I don't want anything that's even pretend to breathe like Meg or Kylie. That's crazy. I don't know. Clearly, Tory wanted piece of both of them. It's like we've been saying, they want the type of women that brings them trouble. Hey, that's a fact. So you're saying, feeling sorry for a ninja you say you don't know no better now. That's crazy. I ain't feeling the only thing I'm feeling sorry about, well, actually, no, let me take that. I'm not really, I don't, nah, I'm pretty, I'm here. I'm not really like, oh, I feel bad. No. He's still in jail, Nick. like, he's still in jail, and you got into jail activities. And being poked up is one of the jail activities. So, oh well. So that's why I'd love a debate. All the smashing and Kylie-ish is irrelevant. This is real life facts. Nah, not stress. Not stress debate is a dying art, and people don't do it properly now. A day. It's annoying to hear very piss poor debates that have zero valid points. How are you gonna let Pum Pum get you locked up? That's Tory Lanez. What's my argument then? My argument is, I'm just paying attention to the details in the case. That's all. I'm simply like, when the case was happening and all the files were like on the internet, and then people were doing their own reactions to the files, I'm sitting there, I'm like, it don't add up. It don't add up. You sound like you do a little piece? That's crazy. I sound like that? Nah, sir. It's a little different when you have Pickney, you know. When you have Pitney in this world, or children, when you have children, it's a little different, you know. First of all, I don't want to do anything or be around no Jenner or Kardashian in any of the sense, cause all of them are weirdos. Let's make that clear right now. Even like, yo, I don't know if y'all kind of figured it out from like how I speak, or how I kind of like articulate myself and how I talk. I don't really want to be around no Megan. I don't want to be around no Kelsey. I don't want to be around no Sexy Red. I don't want to be around no Lotto. I don't want to be around none of them. If I'm going to be completely honest, I don't like none of them. I don't like their behavior. I don't like how they act. I don't like how they operate. I don't like how they move. I don't like anything to do with these bum-ass women that's out there, bro. I don't like no Meg Thee Stallion. I do not like no Lotto. I do not like Sexy Red in any kind of way. I have a large detest for her specifically. I am not fans of them. But I'm a fan of Coco Jones. Lord have mercy. Oh my goodness. When things don't add up and you don't take the stand, you get finessed. Tiny said, you simp, you. Oh, Sharon, those are fighting words, bruh. My grandma used to say, sorry for Margaret, bruh. Yo, Slay, don't kill me. What the fuck? But yeah, no, like, those kind of women, I do not like. Yo, like, when I say it, like, don't get it twisted. Don't take what I'm saying, like, yo, it's cool, I might. No! I would rather go to, like, what is that? Y'all know about, like, Culture FM? What's it called? The DJ sessions. You know when you have that DJ, you have the camera in front of the DJ, and behind the DJ is just a whole bunch of people partying? I want to be at those events. Those are the kind of events I want to go to, because those look amazing. I want to be there. I've never been a fan of Ice Spice. I mean, she got famous for what song about pooping or farting? Not if he's a proud simp is crazy. That's crazy. But not for real. There's two sides to it. A lot of his case don't make sense at all. That's what I'm saying. The lawyer, yes. The plea deal that was offered, yes. But at the same time, I wasn't there. Maybe he did do it. All I know, dude got stabbed up in jail and everybody in Toronto got worried. Dude got stabbed up 14 times. Where'd he get stabbed again? He got stabbed 7 times in his back. He took 4 stab wounds to the, he took 4 knives to the chest, 2 to the back. How do you get, nigga, how many people stabbed you? And you got stabbed in your left cheek or your left face. Both his lungs collapsed. And he was placed on a breathing apparatus. Like, yo, what, how the hell they stab you? They must have surrounded you and said, take a knife. That's crazy. This is nasty. This Cassie shit is nasty. This Tory shit is nasty. This Diddy shit is nasty. This is too nasty, bro. This is too nasty.
Whatever you've done in the dark will come to the light. That's what Jesus said. And when I look at this Diddy situation, Cassie is just taking the stand. And I'm about to give you guys the live update. She's actually in court currently, right now. And
I heard he got stabbed by a bunch of Mexicans. That's what I heard. I heard Tory Lanez got stabbed up by a bunch of Mexicans. I think Whack 100 has said it or something. Was it bad? Hell yeah, it was bad. Oh, damn, that's not for me. Okay, so Tory was in there like a big baller. I don't even know if that's how he was moving. Protective celebrity control is crazy, bro. Yo, and you know what's crazy? I don't think they're going to do that. He's putting money on... Oh, shit. Listen, ever since Tory Lanez went to jail, he was doing a whole bunch of menacing shit. He was being a menace in jail. Facts.
I got a live update, some inside information. They're reporting live from the courtroom. And the details of this situation, man, it's nastier, more disgusting. Everything is just worse, completely worse than I thought, than most of us probably thought. Obviously, we know it's a bad situation. But, man, when you get the details, when you guys hear what I'm about to show you, it's going to blow your mind.
Hey, Tiff, I love that you said that. Nothing. I think I explained it before when it comes to Toronto. When it comes to Toronto, when it comes to Canada, one thing that we're really good at is we're good at choosing a side. We're really good at choosing a side, and we're always going to go for the home team. In a lot of cases, that's valid. That's cool. That's completely cool. We choose a side so well that we will become naive to the fact that the person that we're choosing might not be the best individual in whatever situation that they put themselves in, right? But we're still going to ride with home team. Canada is really good at that. We are really good at that. That's why we always big up Drake. That's why we always big up Tory Lanez. I don't know why we don't do it for Nav, but half of Canada at least got Nav on their back. You know? Justin Bieber, The Weeknd. Like, we're really good at choosing sides. That's what we're really good at. Now, going back to the point, what has Tory done? Nothing. The only thing that you could say that he's done is just he has given Toronto more representation than Drake has ever done. And that's a fact. Just the way he speaks patois, the way that he emulates his Caribbean culture, the way that he always shouting out different individuals in the city, getting on different people's tracks. You know, the way he helps and assists other artists. Like, he's done his fair share of things for the people in the city, but what has he done for Toronto specifically? Yeah, nothing, bro. So why the outrage? Because that's, like I said, Canada's really good at choosing a side, and they're going to choose the home team, and it's ride or die. It's ride or die for the home team. That's something Toronto's really good at. He isn't famous enough for that kind of custody. You don't have to watch it all, Flex. So they poked him up to show the power dynamic. Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
Mine, because it blew my mind. And I'm not easily surprised or shocked by much. Before we get the live stream started, man, make sure you guys keep the likes up. 50% of people in the room. If 100 people watching during the live, I ask that 50 people hit that like button. This information is crazy, man. Yeah, man. Rules of the room. Just keep it respectful in the chat. Subscriber only chat. If you're not a subscriber of the channel, you're not gonna be able to be in the comment section.
Okay, Sharon, me see you know. Yeah, Sharon, me see you know. The boy at work.
If you have a question or comment you want to put on screen, then send it to the super chat. We'll put it on screen. And as we go through this, I just want to be clear that this stuff is hard to hear. It's going to be hard to listen to. So if you don't want to hear the details of this, or if your stomach is easily turned, I'm giving you a disclaimer now before we get into it, man. We always start every live stream with a prayer. And at the end of this live stream, the second half of the live stream, we're going to get into Entrepreneur Community Hour, where we speak about this entertainment news topic from the entrepreneur perspective. That's what we do over here on this channel if it's your first time watching. My name is Will Evans.
Really? Oh, I gotta watch this more. I gotta watch this nigga more. Oh, this might be the person I be looking for.
And we're going to get started. Dear Heavenly Father, we come before you humbly, God. As we are about to speak about some of these heinous crimes, I ask that you bless all the victims out there, people that, you know, went through things like this, and family members of the people that went through things like this. God, I ask that you give them healing, comfort, and your spirit. God, I ask that you bless everybody listening under the sound of my voice as they go to and from where they're going. God, give them travel and mercy, and bless their loved ones, family, children, and friends, God. In Jesus' name, amen. Let's get straight to this, man. I told you guys previously when we came to the channel that when I saw this, I knew it was over for Diddy. A couple of days ago, it was reported that Cassie was pregnant, 8 months pregnant with her third child, and she was going to be testifying. And when I saw that, I said, oh, yeah, it's over. Because she's going to get on stand and say everything, not only that he did to her, but things that she saw him do to other people over the decade or so that they were together. I think it was more than a decade that they were in a relationship. It wasn't.
They are making sure that this man is not only buried under the jail, that they are going to put this man so far under the prison, whatever cell block he's in, it's going to be real hot. It's going to be real hot in that cell block, I tell you that much. Wherever they're going to put him, it's going to be hot every day. 24 hours, 7 days a week. It's going to be 50 degrees in that bitch. They going to put him so far under the earth. He going to forget what the sunlight looks like. Fact.
But I don't know, man. When I show you the details, y'all going to see. I don't even know if we can call it a relationship. But I said it previously. I said, what?
Guys, I never knew that he does that for real. I didn't know he prays to be. Wow, I'm impressed. I can see Diddy getting the Epstein treatment, sadly. Oh, Lord.
What would make a woman hate you so much that $30 million that she settled for, and she sued Diddy for $30 million, won the lawsuit. Cool. You got the $30 million. 8 months pregnant.
Yo, Sharon, delete that, bro. I don't want to read that. I don't want to read that. Talking about take that. That's crazy.
pregnant with your third child, have a new husband, and still after that 30 million want to see this man go to jail for the rest of your life. I was like, it's something that Diddy did. Like, this ain't normal. And I said it. She gonna get on the stand. She gonna cry. She gonna do. She, you know, it's gonna be heart wrenching and gut wrenching for the jury, and how we as people, you know, when I say people, I mean citizens of America. How we gonna look at this? See this beautiful woman pregnant with her baby, and say she's lying. Because Diddy at this point, Diddy would have to prove that all the victims are lying in order to beat this case. So I said it's over. It's rare that a case comes up and you could beat it.
Let me add to your point. The baby's name. If she has the baby and the trial is still going on, the baby's name is going to solidify this nigga being under the jail. It's going to solidify that. Facts.
The victims are willing to come to court and testify against you. Diddy tried multiple defenses. Just as a recap, he tried to say it was consensual. That didn't work because the victims say it's not. He tried to say it's because he's black. That's some BS that we about to kill that today. I don't want to hear that.
Yo, Tiny, don't watch that.
Diddy black stuff after I show y'all this.
And Anthony actually deleted it. Don't kill me.
I don't want to hear that.
Nah, the prayer was nice. I like the prayer.
He tried to use that as a defense. He tried to say it was it was a swinger lifestyle. I thought it was okay because this is just a lifestyle. He tried to use that as a defense. His lawyer said all these things I reported previously if you've been following along. If not, go watch the other live streams. Then he tried to use the defense that, yes, me and Cassie were fist fighting and stuff, and that, yeah, I was beating these women up, but they were beating me up too.
What?
He tried to use that as a defense. Everything that he's tried has just been, let me just not even say it, man. It's just been crazy. So when I saw Cassie come to court like this.
Yo, Tiny, put your scissors down. Put them down. You can't be running around with no scissors.
You know, I thought, okay, it's a wrap. And this was a couple days before she was supposed to testify. Now she has testified. And before she testified, actually, a male prostitute, which I told you guys, I believe was going to be one of the anonymous victims.
I can't even imagine that either.
He came to the stand, and I think it was the guy that I showed.
I see you, Tiny. I see you. I can't imagine going through this that heavily pregnant. It's hard enough. I'm praying for her. Yo, if you're not praying for her, that's some weirdo-ish. That's all I need to say. If you're not praying for Cassie, bro, you don't have enough heart.
Told you guys on the last live stream, and he testified right before Cassie, and this is what he said. The article says a man testified.
No, Tiny, what you know about sliding? What you know about sliding? Anthony, hush. The defense is fact. Defense is nonsense. Nothing but BS.
That he was paid thousands to have sex with Cassie, as Diddy watched until something turned him off. Daniel Phillip, who says Cassie Ventura paid him to sleep with her, testified that Sean Combs was in the room. A male prostitute testified that Sean Diddy Combs at Sean Diddy Combs' trial, and he said that he was paid thousands of dollars to sleep with Cassie while Diddy watched and masturbated. Daniel Phillip.
Woo! Woo! What the hell did I just hear? That caught me all the way off fucking guard, Nick. Oh my God. I think the water done went up to my brain. Oh my goodness. Oh, I shouldn't be drinking water when watching this shit, bro. Oh, I damn near threw up on myself. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What did I just hear? What the hell did I just hear, bro? What? What did I just hear? Nah.
Testified that Sean Combs was in the room. A male prostitute testified that Sean Diddy Combs at Sean Diddy Combs' trial, and he said that he was paid thousands of dollars to sleep with Cassie while Diddy watched and masturbated. Daniel Phillip testified that he was hired to strip at a bachelorette party at Manhattan's Gramercy Park Hotel, but he was ultimately paid by Cassie. Said when he arrived at the hotel, Phillip said Ventura asked for a massage with baby oil. Now, when we're saying that this dude was paid by Cassie, I want you guys to understand Diddy is fighting a RICO charge. And maybe this is why, because previously I was wondering, how are they charging him with a RICO, but he's the only one involved, right? But the point of a RICO, it was created as a kingpin statute for mafia members and organized crime. Because what the head...
It gets worse? Yo, why am I dizzy? Why am I dizzy? Why am I so dizzy? Why the fuck? No, I need some water.
Guys, the leaders and the bosses at organized crimes or organized criminal organizations, they would use people at a lower level to commit the crimes for them so they would never get caught up. So the feds came up with this, you know what, we're going to put the RICO statute in place where even if you're ordering somebody to go do this stuff, then you still get convicted. And when this guy says that Cassie paid him, it don't really matter because if Diddy's, the court is going to look at it like Diddy sent her to pay him to make this happen, so his hands wouldn't be dirty. So he'll still be convicted. So it says Daniel Phillip testified that he was hired to strip at this Manhattan party hotel. And then he was ultimately paid for sex by Cassie. When he arrived at the hotel, Phillip said Ventura asked him for a massage with baby oil, all while Combs was in the room, clad in a white robe, a baseball cap, and a bandana over his face. Phillip said that Combs introduced himself as being the importing and exporting business, as being in the importing and exporting business, which is trafficking, right? So Diddy said, I'm into importing and exporting. This is what the article says, though he recognized the mogul by his voice. He said that while he had slept with Cassie, the music mogul sat in a corner and pleasured himself.
Dirty
Phillip
bitch.
said he was paid many times after that to continue to sleep with Cassie, receiving up to $6,000 per encounter. With Diddy.
$6,000? $6,000? Man, it's some bull. Listen, I got my little throw up bag because I ain't gonna lie. That last moment that I had, I damn near threw up on myself. So, yeah, we gonna keep this close.
He's sometimes giving instructions to the pair or film it. I just reported that yesterday. Before the victims took the stand, I told you guys I thought this one guy was going to be an anonymous victim. He was using the pseudonym as Nathan, and he said this exact same thing. So I think it's the same guy. So I think we got it right on the last live stream. If you guys was here, if you watched that, let me know in the chat. One time, the article says, Phillip told jurors Ventura, Cassie, even asked him to urinate on her. This is a quote from the guy testifying, from the prostitute dude testifying. It said, quote, Cassie was actually the one that asked me to urinate on her. She asked me if I had ever done that before. She told me to do it. Apparently, I was doing it wrong because they both told me. The arrangement continued. Both meaning did.
What do you mean you're doing it wrong? What do you mean? How is there a right way? how is there a right way to, how is there a right way to piss on somebody?
Diddy urinate on her. She asked me if I had ever done that before. She told me to do it. Apparently, I was doing it wrong because they both told me. The arrangement continued, both meaning Diddy and Cassie. The arrangement continued. Philip said until he witnessed Combs become violent with Miss Ventura, leading him to experience erectile dysfunction for the first time. Basically, bro, I can't even keep it up because I just watched, like, now I feel like this is not consensual. Right? He said he watched Diddy become violent with Cassie during this situation. This is his quote. Said, my thoughts were that this was someone with unlimited power, meaning Diddy. Quote, and chances are that even if I did go to the police, I might still lose my life. Philip testified that he heard Combs slapping Ventura and screaming out, I'm sorry, and her screaming out, I'm sorry, before she ran out of the room that she was in with Diddy, naked, to Philip and jumped in his lap. Philip said he asked Ventura why she stayed with Combs despite the real danger of doing so, and opened his statements, and the trial began. So dude said that he thought he was just a regular prostitute being hired to sleep with Cassie, you know, and he thought that Cassie was the one hiring her until he heard Diddy and Cassie in another room, and I guess Diddy slapped or hit Cassie, and she screamed out, I'm sorry, and then she ran out of the room she was in with Diddy, naked, jumped into this dude's lap, and dude was like, I couldn't even do it. I felt like I was raping her. You know what I'm saying? So the article goes on to say, a recap, I think it's just a recap right here of this. This looks like a recap of what we already knew about when Diddy was arrested. So that was the first person that testified.
No. I don't even want to look at Cassie right now. I don't want to look at none of their faces right now. I don't want to see no.
Against Diddy, and I said it when all this kind of kicked off, or when the details started coming out. I said that this is how I think they're lining it up. They're gonna play the Cassie. They're gonna hear the prostitute. If you go watch my previous live stream, I said this to you guys. I said they're gonna play or they're gonna bring in the prostitute to testify that Diddy was doing this, just to establish that this did happen. Then they're gonna play the Cassie footage. Then they're gonna bring Cassie into court to testify, and then they're gonna use that footage of her being beat up in the hotel to say this is what happened when you try to say no to Diddy, and that's why she wouldn't leave, right? And it seems like that's about accurate. Now let's get to some of the other stuff, man. Let's get to Cassie's live updates, the witness testimony, and what's going on. So Cassie is taking a stand, and she talked about Kim Porter. She talked about her situation with Diddy and everything else involved. And here's where we get to some details of this. It says Cassie says that Combs was with Kim Porter. Diddy was with Kim Porter when they started the relationship. Cassie Ventura said that Diddy was in a relationship with Kim Porter when they started a physical relationship. She said in court that after a trip to Miami, when she and Diddy had slept with each other for the first time, they began spending more time together, but their relationship was not public for many years. Diddy met she said Cassie had testified that he met her when she was 19. I think that was about, what was that? How old is Cassie now? Cassie is 38 years old now. So 20 years ago, he met her.
Oh my God.
So think about that.
Oh my God. Anthony's right. Anthony's right, by the way, but no, 18, and you were still with Kim Porter, my nigga. You were still with you sick.
She's 38, so about 19 years ago is when Diddy met her. That would have made Diddy, what was it? Somebody do the math for me. What is that? 24. Diddy was about what is that? No, I'm lying. 34. My math calculator ain't right today. in my mind. So Diddy was about 34. Cassie was about 19 when they met. This is why I always say it's weird. Anytime that some grown, I'm 30, I'll be 31. I can't even see a 19-year-old as anything other than a kid. That's why I say I don't care no matter who it is or what the situation is. If you over a certain age, if you over 25, 24 dating a 19-year-old, you weird. In my opinion.
A lot of people are going to agree with that. But like I said, I work security in Toronto. I worked at the spots where the older gentlemen frequent. They pull up, they have their dinner, they have their drinks. They sometimes go there with family. They sometimes go there with friends. But those same individuals, they will have some nights where they come in with their squad. They come in with their dog them. And they come in, they get bottles. And they look for the models. They're looking for the models. Like, yo, where the girls at? I'm trying to pop some bottles and get lit. I worked in those spots, bro. The age range is crazy. It's crazy. The demographic is wide. It's not a small demographic. You can see the average, which is around 20s and 30s. But the overall demographic, that could go up to like 50s. That could go up to 60s. I've seen, and I can happily say this. There used to be a dentist from Miami. He pull up to this place. And he's pretty popular. He's a pretty popular dentist, which doesn't make sense because you're a dentist. But my point is, he's a dentist from Miami, and he sometimes comes to Toronto. If you saw the girl that was on his arm, you would have looked at him funny. Dude is around 50 years old. You know, he cut his hair because he was going bald. We know how it works. He cut his hair because he was going bald. So he's a bald, skinny, I'd say maybe around, he's Spanish individual, I like to say. And the girl that he had on his arm, and remember, we card these people when they come in. Girl was 23. 23. Yo, this shit makes no sense. Okay, so NK, you live in Canada. Which part of Canada you live in? Anthony, you're wrong for that. Yo, NK, you in Ontario? Which part of Canada you in? Oh my God. Oh, you live in Edmonton now? You grew up in Toronto, Brampton area. That's crazy, eh? Yo, NK, you know about Mademoiselle? Or Rebecca, you know about Mademoiselle in Toronto?
And that might be a little stretch on that age. I don't know. So she said that her and Diddy's relationship was not public for many years. This is her testimony today at court. She said he just didn't want it to look bad, but also knew it was because of his children and personal things like his family. So even Diddy knew that there was something weird about that.
And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know that. I didn't know that about America. Oh, you know, that's where I worked at. Rebecca, that's where I worked at.
And maybe she was a little younger or something. Said didn't want it to look bad. When asked who he was with at the time.
So now that you know where I work, then you starting to understand, yo. Rebecca, you're going to start to understand what I'm talking about now. Everything that I'm saying about the place I worked at, that's the place.
time, Cassie said he was with Kim Porter in a relationship. Cassie recalls her first sexual intercourse with Combs while she was high.
Damn right. But NK. Yeah. Yeah. I don't need to say any more. So yeah.
On a boat in Miami. Cassie recalled
never mind. I'm gonna end it there because I'll be saying too much. I feel like I might have to start a membership program so I can really share Wagwan. I might have to start a membership program on this channel to share what's going on.
Having sex with Diddy for the first time. And it happened while high on drugs on a boat in Miami. She said this as a quote. I was drinking wine, then starting to take drugs, a Blue Dolphin ecstasy pill. Sean gave it to me. I had never taken it before. I was just out of it, laughing, didn't know what it was until a little bit later. So right there, she's saying that Diddy drugged me. She even remembers the type of pill, Blue Dolphin ecstasy.
What?
Cassie recalled how the drugs had gave her a euphoric feeling as you are really just, this is a quote from her.
I know y'all are not mentioning euphoria in this shit.
You're really just high, sensitive to touch, and all of your senses. Cassie Ventura discussed Diddy's alleged kissing her on her 21st birthday in the bathroom at the VMAs, at the Video Music Awards. Quote, she said, I was confused. I was a new artist that didn't know the lay of the land and things like that. I wasn't used to an executive or anyone being that forward that way with me in a more than friends way, a sexual way, a romantic way. I remember running out and back to my hotel and telling someone about it.
Honestly, I might have to cut out that whole part. Yes, I know it's a word, but remember who dropped Euphoria? The show? And then you remember who dropped the song Euphoria? I'm sorry, that's where my brain goes.
Cassie said that she did not want to kiss Combs on that day. This is a 17-year age gap between her and Diddy. After the incident, she went to see him a handful of times at the Trump Hotel in Manhattan, where they discussed her music career and started to develop a comfortable relationship with each other. During those meetings, he introduced her.
Yo, bro, you couldn't find somebody like in their 30s or 20s, my nigga?
To the idea of oral. She said that he taught her.
Hey, what's good, Doobie? Dub, my nigga. Shit. What's good, Dub? What's poppin'? Thank you for stopping by, G.
Her how to perform it and how to give it to her. And he gave it to her. When asked if she reciprocated, Cassie said no. She said, he made me feel crazy for not reciprocating at the time. I did not understand that kind of relationship, and I was in a relationship with someone else. She said, I was just so young, I did not have the vocabulary for some of the things we talked about. I was just trying to understand it. Just completely inexperienced at that point. I believe that 100%. She was 19, 18, 19 years old. You 34, of course you have more experience in the bedroom than her at that point. So everything you talking about was new, which is why some of these weirdos like teenagers. It's weird. She said, as a 19-year-old aspiring artist signing a deal with Bad Boys seemed like a huge early career break. This is a quote from her. He was larger than life. He was a larger.
Rebecca, it's normalized because this is what the rich people do. People that are rich and wealthy like that, they got so much money, they don't know what to do with it. And they start doing dumb shit, bro. That's what happens when you travel the world. When you go all over the world, you've seen everything, you've done bought everything. You've done donated to all the charities you needed to donate to, and you still got a shit ton of money. Yeah, that's when you start to get weird. They want the uneducated, the unparented, the unguided. As previously stated, they're grooming. Oh, bro. Yo. Oh, it's raining like crazy outside. Yo. All I need to say is, it's gotten to a point now where it's like, We all know. We all know. We all see it. So how do we... That's why it's actually, like this world, the world we live in is actually nasty and sad, but it also gives us opportunity to actually change and rectify a lot of things. Because now that we understand these situations, we have opportunities. If you have a child, we know how to raise this child better. We understand, look, this world is not a fun place to be in. You know? It's at a point where it's like, we can spot the evil out there now. We see it. Or if we can't see it, we can pay attention to the actions to say, that's not right. So we can actually teach and educate the young ones to let them know, you might want to get away from this. You might want to pay attention to this. You might want to reassess when you're here, etc. Oh, excuse moi, Jesus. Anyway, but at the same time, this is why you need to make sure, well, you can't even, look, having two parents in the household actually does matter, but even that is a little shaky at the same time too. Man, this world sucks. This world sucks.
Than life musician, a fan of music, didn't know.
Because now it's gone to a point where it's like the two-parent household isn't always good, but when in reality it actually is needed, because the child can learn from both sides. It can learn from the male perspective and the female perspective, so that when they're out in the world, they're actually, their brains, like, you know what I'm saying? But like also at the same time, like, the parents really need to educate the kids, saying, yo, you really got to be careful out there, especially when you go to post-secondary school, if you decide to go to college or uni. But sometimes at the same time, that dual-parent household, it don't work either. A single-parent household might work, but I need to have a conversation where I can honestly get my shit off. Because there's so many things that I'm holding myself back from saying that's really not bad information to put out there. I just know that when it comes to the internet, you have to be very mindful of what you say. You got to be very mindful of what you say. So maybe Thursday, maybe Friday, maybe Sunday. Actually, not Friday. Maybe Sunday. I need to go on live with Discord with some of y'all, and we need to have some conversations. We need to have some serious conversations. No BS. You know?
Know too much about him personally.
Two wholesome parents, yes.
She said, when I signed a contract, I was 19 years old. It was a 10-album deal, released an album later that year in 2006 in August. It was the only album she ever released under Diddy. Cassie feared what Diddy would do if she said no to Freak Offs. Cassie Ventura said she was 22 years old when Combs first introduced her to Freak Offs. By adding it, it made her nervous, and she loved him and wanted to make him happy. This is her quote. She said, I wanted to make him happy.
I hate it when women say that. I hate it. And I'm not, okay. I'm not speaking for Cassie right now. I'm speaking for when I hear that. I hate that, because at that point, but it's the love and let's keep going.
This is a quote. At some point, I felt I didn't have much of a choice.
I need to have a really honest conversation on this channel one day so I can really get my ish off. And it's not even bad. It's not even bad, because it all comes down to perspective and viewpoints and how you perceive the world. That's all it comes down to. But a lot of people like, yo, that's what I know, Slay, I know. See, Rebecca gets it. Oh lordy, this is an extremely complex convo with many variables as to why it is such a huge issue. Ontario, Canada is the second worst province for human trafficking. Preach about it. Making them happy might mean you get less of... But that's the... Oh, I hate it so much. The regular guys who do Diddy type behaviors just can't buy their way out of it, so they go on the serial killer. Oh my god. It should be parenting through community as well as complexities of humanity cannot be captured, demonstrated, and taught by just two people. Valid. It doesn't automatically change anything. It broadens the societal issue. Many people have two different...
I didn't know what no, the word no, could turn into. Ventura said Combs controlled a lot of her life at the time, including her career, sex, and everything else. She said, I didn't know if he would be upset enough to be violent or not want to be with me at all. She added that she also fears she will be blackmailed with videos and pictures of her encounters with escorts. That would be terrifying for anybody. I know this man got video. It's one thing him beat me up. It's one thing for all that. But I know that he got videos of me. She 19, 20 years old. He got videos of me with prostitutes. I could be exposed. I'm trying to have a career. I still have to have a life. Right? Like she's thinking about long term. Am I going to have a career later? So if he had these videos, which is what they saying probably was recovered from his house during the raid, then that's what she was feared. That's what she was in fear of. It says the government's witness described herself as a confused 22-year-old when Combs first asked her to have intercourse with another man as he watched. So he started pimping her out at 22 years old, when she was 22 years old, basically. This is a quote from Cassie. Quote, I was 22 at the time. My stomach churned. Didn't have a concept of how that would be a turn on, but I accepted the responsibility. I was confused, nervous, but also loved him very much and wanted to make him happy. Even if she didn't like these kind of encounters, Cassie said she just wanted to please Diddy. She said, quote, it wasn't something that I wanted to be doing, especially as regularly as it became. But again, I was in love and wanted to make him happy. At some point, I felt I didn't have much of a choice.
Oh, no, I hate it when she says that shit. You're not in love. You're not in love at all.
Innocent to taking a stand this morning, Cassie was asked to identify a still image of the hallway in which she was beaten by Combs. Video of the incident circulated last year. So the feds are trying to establish this, you guys, as this is what was going on. She was a kid at the time. She was 19 years old, a year out of high school. Diddy was 33, 34 years old. She didn't even know how to have sex. He taught her how to do all this stuff. And then after he taught her how to do all this stuff, he started 2 years, 3 years later, he started making her do it with other guys while he watched. And then, this is where she gets into some more depth about the stuff, man. So, menacing to taking a stand, Cassie was asked to identify a still image of the hallway in which she was beaten by Combs. Video of the incident circulated last year. So they're using this video to say, like I said, this is what happens if you try to say no to Diddy. This is why she couldn't get away. So the defense can't say, oh, well, it was consensual because why didn't you just leave? Well, you can see the video. You see why she didn't. The quote is, as she watched the video, Cassie quoted, said, that's me and Sean, Intercontinental Century City. We were having an encounter. We call it a freak off. So
I just want to find my significant other, my other half, be happy, be wealthy, have children, grow those children up to be elite individuals through my image and her image. Have a nice house. The house don't need to be that big. You're better off in a good house than being in a house with too much space. Have children, watch them grow, watch them be adults, take the teachings and learnings that you taught to them and express it in their own way with how they see it in life and watch them have kids, grow up, be successful, and then me and my significant other can retire happily and just be free within the confines of our household and live the rest of our days together. But nah, I gotta sit here and listen to this bullshit. Fuck! Man, this shit is so triggering, bro. I swear to God, bro.
So Diddy came up with the term freak off. I didn't know that. I thought the feds came up with that term. But I guess Diddy did. So Cassie said we were having an encounter. We call it a freak off. So they were showing this video in a hotel, a freak off video in the Intercontinental Hotel. Hey, Intercontinental Century City, y'all about to have a bad Q3.
Nah, Sharon, kink shame, nigga. Kink shame. Forget that. None of that. No more of that. Kink shame. Kink shame them all the way back into the hole that they crawled out of. Sick of this.
4 this year. Q2 too. Ventura was asked to describe what a freak off was, which she said was a sexual encounter proposed by Combs a year into the relationship in which she would perform for him with a third party, usually an escort. This is a quote from...
Yo, Rebecca, I'm not even going to lie. I didn't need to read that. I didn't need to know about that.
Her. He would direct us in what we were doing. Ventura said that Combs was in charge of hiring the escorts for the freak-offs at first, but eventually it became her job. Didn't I just tell you guys that? A Rico is, I'm the boss, and then I have everybody else doing things for me so my hands stay clean. So originally, Diddy was the one hiring the prostitutes and traveling, because he told the prostitute, like I said, or like the article said, when the prostitute testified, he said that Diddy told him, I'm in the import and export business. You can't import and export humans, though, bro. That's trafficking. Anyways.
Tiny, that's what I intend to do with my own creative way. But at the same time, looking at how this world is set up, honestly, I ain't even want no kids. If I'm gonna be completely, I ain't want no kids, bro. I used to think, yo, I can grow up, have about 5, 7 kids. I want to have a big family. I ain't gonna lie to you. I want to have a big family, no doubt. But I have about 5, 7 kids, me, wife, you know, living good, living happy. You know what I'm saying? But like, as the years kept going by, I'm like, the number of kids start going down until there's none. Like, nah, I'm good. There's no way. That's crazy. Bro, I was always a fan of just big families, bro. I was always a fan of big families. No doubt. I understand the dynamic of small families, but I like the big family idea because I grew up with like a lot of like brothers and sisters, you know? I remember those nights when we used to watch Dragon Ball Z together. We all have our own blanket and we laid down in front of the TV going crazy, seeing Goku just go off. You know what I'm saying? I remember those nights watching Bleach, Naruto, and all that. You know what I'm saying? We all got our blankets, we got our popcorn, we all sitting by the TV. Like, I always enjoy that shit, you know? So it makes sense that I want to recreate that shit.
And Diddy ain't the only one. I believe they're gonna get some more people in the industry about this. Everybody a little scared right now, but they gonna get them. Said before Cassie took the stand, the judge ruled that her husband could be in the courtroom while she takes the stand as a witness, but will have to leave in the event a 2018 RAPE that she accuses Combs of comes up. So defense attorneys asked that Cassie's husband not be in the courtroom during her testimony because because he could be called as a witness himself. While prosecution said she should have her support system, including her husband, in the courtroom, the judge decided.
King, brother, 12 is too much. That's some cheaper by the dozen type shit. I can't do that, but I can do about 5, 7. Damn. 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 Way to rub it in, Rebecca. Shit. All right, I'm running low on time, though, so I'm going to give it about 1 more minute, but I got to cut.
Started on a compromise. That was the reason why. Cassie described the frequent violence she allegedly suffered at Diddy's hands. Ventura told the jurors that Diddy was often violent towards her during the course of their 10-year relationship. She said, yes, there were violent arguments, usually resulted in physical abuse and dragging, different things. He would mash my head, knock me over, drag me, kick me. When asked how often this would happen, she said frequently. The injuries were frequent, visible. She said, usually I would get knots on my forehead, black eyes, red eyes, bruises all over my body.
No.
It just depended on the day.
No, it's enough. It's enough. Sharon, don't say it like that. Damn. Damn. Lord, I can't deal with this right now. I cannot deal with this, bro. This is crazy, bro. I might have to pick this up when I get back. I might have to pick this up when I get back home and go through other videos just so I got some things to upload. But, like, god damn, bro. God damn. Yeah, when I get back from the session, I'll go live again, and then we're going to go through more videos. But, Jesus God, bro. This is insane. This is too much. Bro, you right. Bro, I gotta go through, like, the Ville dropped some videos about, like, the possible, when Kendrick came out with the GNX with the covering over it, the red covering. I wanted to watch videos like that today. But I said, let's give this Diddy shit a chance. And now I'm sitting here, I'm like, why did I give that Diddy shit a chance? Yeah, no, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. I tell you that much. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan at all. This is crazy, bro. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. But, you know, I got to call it here. Honestly, tonight's session, I need that. I'm not going to lie. So we're going to call it here. We're going to charge to the game. Out for the night. Good night. Take care, Tiny. Sleep well. Have a great night. Make sure you're nice and tucked into your bed. I hope you have a great night. I hope you have sweet dreams. I hope you wake up to a positive mindset, positive energy, and I hope you wake up to, like, a nice bright sunshine. When Diddy comes around you, you got to tell him no. You didn't listen to Cat Shake My Head. What do you mean I didn't listen? Sleep well. Have a good night. Salute. Thank you. I got to go. But I will be back later. So for now it's going to be goodbye. But I'll be back. Don't worry. Time to go. Time to go. Bitch ass Diddy. This dude pissed me off, bro. I swear to God. Salute, Flex Mob. You know the vibe. Oh, bitch ass Diddy. Do I have to go fucking pick up this nigga now, bro? I'm not trying to pick up nobody, bro. You go to the destination, I scoop you from there. That's what you're supposed to do. This man don't know how to use the bus, bro. Use the bus, dog. What's wrong with this guy? your levels down, bro. Bring your levels down. I don't beef about dance. I'm not that guy. So you can dead that right there. I already told you. I am here to learn. So don't take things to heart. I'm here to learn and get this education about this. That's what I'm here for. That's it. So bring it down. Relax. You know, bring it back. That's not what we're here for. That's not the time we on. Cut it out. And we straight. But don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. That was foolish. Oh my god, bro. Alright. These are definitely important conversations to have in the open. We need to let the young ones know this is unacceptable, no matter how uncomfortable it might make us. Their safety is more important. Absolutely.